Started. Yeah, it was good. Dang, my lips chap. Hold on, man. Welcome to Cameos.
Oh,
Uh,
black people was about to be on your ass.
I got the Burt's Bees joint. Hold on. You know how you pull the chapstick out, but it's like stuck in the top.
Hmm.
This cannot stand. What's gonna
And
do
you got
that?
to figure out a way to apply it in the most manly way possible,
We gotta just do that.
especially if the
Okay.
homies are around.
There it is. Welcome to Cameos, chap lips and all. I am Samsung. With me, I have Just Rambling. Uh, what was O'Shaughnessy up to?
You are the lore keeper. I lost track of
Nah,
the last story you dropped on him.
dang, I forgot where he went. Uh, I know it was a. I forgot what state he was in for his, furry trip.
That's
He
right, because
beat
he is
his
on the run.
case. He was on the
Is he on
run,
the
but
run, or is it like a tour, like a
he
furry world tour?
so he was on the run, but then he beat his case. So now
Gotcha.
he on a tour. Um, Thanksgiving's coming up, so he went out and got a new suit. Um, this one has like down feathers in it. He's going all out. So he got a
Ooh,
down. He's because he's down. You know what I mean? So he got a down feather suit for his for the Turkey Day. So he's gonna have a time in that one.
there's a
He's
lot of
gonna have
gobble
a
jokes you
time.
can make there.
He's gonna be gobbling Bubba. That's what he's gonna be doing. And food, food money. Uh, he's just waiting for Turkey Day. I think he's gonna go to KFC and peel all the skin off the chicken.
They
So
bring
he's
back all the barbecue wings and stuff.
yes, they did. So he's definitely at KFC barbecue wings and regular. He's doing a taste test right now. So that's what they're doing.
I got no segue from that, so I'm just gonna get started. Today, or actually, not today. This week, they announced the Game of the Year nominees for the Game Awards, which should be coming out. I want to say, when is the Game Awards? Like, I know it's in December. Is it the first week in December or the second?
Actually, I don't remember.
It's gonna happen in December. We'll get a date for you momentarily. But the Game of the Year nominees are Claire Obscure Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Hades 2, Hollow Knight Silk Song, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
I don't like it.
Why not? Because Yote on there? Ain't on there?
Well, I didn't expect Yossi to be on there. Um, it's it hasn't been out long enough. I would assume,
Hmm.
but I did expect Elden Ring, Night Rain to be on there. So I don't like it.
Eh, it's a DL. It's an expansion. I don't like the idea of expansions being
Everything from
nominees.
software needs to be on there. It's like if Kendrick
No.
drop an album, he needs to be nominated for a Grammy. The same thing with from software.
I
Any of the
concur if
drop.
it's an original album, but what you're referring to is like what Taylor Swift does with her albums, where she
Don't hold on,
drops a
hold on,
bunch
hold
of
on.
extensions and expansions just
Don't
to
you
try and
dare!
keep her name on the billboard.
Don't you dare disrespect Taylor Swift in that way.
I'm not disrespecting Taylor Swift. I'm just
Don't
laying out her business strategy. It's what she does. She'll drop an
don't you
album and then
dare.
she'll drop like a remixed version of the original album and then a remixed version of the remixed version just to keep her name on the Billboard 40, 100, whatever it is.
I won't let you besmirch her good name.
I'm comparing her to Elden
Nope.
Ring. So it's
I won't
like
let you do it.
uh, Taylor Swift is the white woman's Elden Ring. That's how much she is worshipped and appreciated.
She drops original content only.
I mean, she did release a whole album called Taylor's Version, which was a remaster of all her old songs so she can get her rights back.
Yeah, that's different. We don't count that.
That's not original though.
That's different.
Do you think that she should have won a Grammy the year she dropped the How are we getting into Taylor Swift?
I don't know. You started talking about Taylor Swift. I just won't
Yeah,
let
that's
you
true.
besmirch her.
Not a besmirch. It's a perfect example of how I think only original games should be eligible for Game of the Year. Now, you could include something like Best DLC, Best Expansion, and that would have like Night Rain, which would obviously win, or like one of the several thousand Destiny expansions that they've made in the past 12 years.
Yeah, but Elden Ring, Night Rain has its own story. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Does it? I feel like it's
yeah,
just an expansion of the original.
no, it's a separate story.
It uses all the same. I haven't played it because all of my friends are
See,
asleep and
look
I
at
actually have
you.
gotten time to play. But I'm just saying, like, it uses all like a lot of the same assets. It uses a lot of the same
Yeah,
monsters,
I
same
mean, yeah,
places.
yeah.
So I would,
The main place is the same. It's still Limgrave, but the story is different. It's like actual characters, and they all have stories that you follow through.
yeah, but isn't that an extension of the original story? Because if it's in Limgrave, Limgrave is in the original story.
Nah, it's the Limgrave. The stuff that happens in Limgrave in Elden Ring is not the same as what happens in Limgrave in
Ooh,
Night
so it's not
Rain.
canon.
Yeah, this is a better way to think of it. Yeah,
Gotcha. Okay, that's fair. I still don't think it should be nominated though.
whatever,
It's
man.
a, I've heard it's a phenomenal game, but it's like 2025 has been an amazing year for games, and I like that indies are like standing up. So you got like Hollow Knight, Hades 2, Claire Obscure, Expedition 33, and it's like a big middle finger to the AAA games that have been bombing hilariously. Special note towards what was the most recent Call of Duty, Black Ops 7?
Oh, that John.
That shit's trash, bruh.
Yeah, they like. Oh man, they dogging that game. I feel bad for the homie. You know, he work over there. He told me, "Yeah, come on, guys, come play Black Ops." Nah, we good.
Nah, we good. It's either Battlefield or what's the name? Arc Raiders.
Yeah, Arc Raiders right now, which
Yeah.
should get Game of the Year next year. I love that game. It's a
Should
great
it?
game. Yeah, it's a great game. Although it glitched the other day, and I was pissed.
Mhm. I feel like multiplayer games don't really win Game of the Year like that, with the exception of like Overwatch.
I mean, they should.
I think it should be eligible, yeah, but win, you know me, I prefer single player experiences
Yeah, because you be playing by yourself all the time. Because no one
because
else is
everybody
ever
asleep
online.
when I have free time.
Yeah,
I would love to play with my friends, but y'all have normal people schedules, and I'm a night owl.
I am too. I'm just not playing games that late. I'm watching
You be up
something real.
watching old movies.
Honestly, yeah. I was watching Book of Eli last week just cause I was up. It's like 2 a.m. So let me put this Book of Eli on.
If there's like a post-apocalyptic event, you're gonna be Book of Eli just with like old DVDs and like just carrying around like hard copies of like Saved by the Bell season 2.
Mm. Oh no, not Saved by the Bell. Martin, don't do that.
Martin, yeah, Martin.
Yeah, if it was up to me, you don't want it to be up to me. They lose all that like Friends, Saved by the Bell, all that shit be gone. They'd be stuck with Wayans Brothers, Martin, my wife and kids, just nothing but black sitcoms because that's
You
all I
be out
got.
there with a trench coat getting in the shootouts over the last copy of A Different World on DVD.
Yep.
This is living single. I must protect it at all costs. A Fallout 3 remaster is reportedly in the works at Bethesda.
uh, I feel like that ties into our main topic, but
True, true. I do.
yeah.
I think Fallout 3 was my favorite Fallout, so I'm all for this.
I don't even. I love the show. I just never play the games. Fallout
Oh,
was
okay,
just never for me.
that's fair.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
good.
Fallout. I like
Thanks for
Fallout
tuning in,
3
man.
and New Vegas.
Okay. Did I play New
No,
Vegas? I might have played New Vegas actually.
yeah.
Yeah.
The team that made New Vegas went on to go make The Outer Worlds and Avowed.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that's one of the reasons why I like Outer Worlds so much. It's got the same quippy, punchy dialogue and storytelling.
Hmm.
Steam Machine has been announced. It is a new hardware that lets you connect to any TV or monitor and play Steam games. Goodbye, Xbox.
Yeah, it sounds like a console to me. So.
It definitely sounds like that's definitely a console. I don't care
uh,
how anybody tries to shape it. That's a console.
yeah, I'm glad Lucid in here. That's a console, Lucid. I don't care what y'all say, man. That's a console. Oh, you can't do keyboard to mouse on a console. Yes, you can. Look at them.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that. They've been doing that since like the old PlayStations, where they had like the peripheral unit where you could attach a keyboard that play SOCOM.
Call it a PC from the couch, man. That's a console.
That's a console.
I don't know. I think didn't I think Xbox was trying to offer Steam on their consoles, from what I remember, and maybe this is why Xbox has moved away from like making consoles now. They're like I think they're like software focused for their gaming,
Yeah,
cloud focus. Uh,
you're gonna
Probably
have to be because
yeah,
I'm pretty sure
because
Steam just undercut them.
yeah, I know a lot of the draw would have been for like, oh, I can play Steam games on my console now. You can just get a Steam machine.
Yeah.
Also, I feel
I'm
like,
glad.
was it is it Steam box or Steam machine?
Steam Machine.
Okay, I feel like it should look different. Like, wasn't it? I think the picture was just a black box.
It's a black box.
I feel like they could have been more. This is when you need like some designers in there. I feel like they just had engineers in there and they just encased it. It's like, yeah, this is it. I feel like they could have designed something that looked a little better.
So they're leaving customization and design to the user.
Is that
So
why it's
even
just a
though it's a
black
black
box?
box, you can put face plates on it.
Yeah, nah.
Fine, I think it's pretty cool. Like I also like that the light that is on the Steam machine, where if you download a game, and let's say you want to watch TV while the game downloads, the light bar d- shows you how much the game has downloaded,
That's cool.
so it
Yeah.
shows progress. That's pretty cool. But no, I think for what it's trying to do, it's relatively like it's pretty cool.
You should be able to turn your Steam machine into like a robot, like Optimus Prime. You can put legs on it, and it just stands there in your living room.
I don't want to give robots any more power than they already
No, not a
have.
real robot. It just looks like a robot. Like you just put
Oh, that
yeah.
gotcha. It's
That's
like,
what I mean.
well, I
Like
mean,
if it's customizable.
yeah. I mean, that would be pretty cool. But no, I think for what it is, like it serves its purpose. Plus, it's the first ever console. Like very seldom do new consoles drop and they have like crazy out there designs.
Mhm.
So if this is the first version of it, I'm all for it. I'm glad this is being launched because, like you mentioned, Xbox seems like they're shifting more towards software instead of hardware.
Mhm.
I don't want to give Nintendo and PlayStation any more breathing room than they have. So if Steam Machine comes out and it pumps out quality games for very low prices, that's going to keep the heat on PlayStation and Nintendo's asses.
I don't know. We'll see. It seems because to me it seems like Sony and Nintendo are kind of like cemented in their spaces, right? Like Nintendo drops something, everyone's gonna go buy it.
Mhm.
PlayStation is I can't. I'm pretty sure PlayStation 5 was profitable. It's not even with the limited amount that they
Absolutely.
sold, and it's not even at the half life of
Hmm.
profitability. So they can just keep putting out PlayStation 5 things for what that CEO say. I forgot how many years she said. And then like however whenever that runs out, they can just do it again. I don't know that Steam would interfere in this. Like also I don't know like who the market is, right? Because if it's PC boys, PC from the couch, like Lucy is saying, well, you already got your PC, right? I doubt that you, I doubt that you care to go to your couch to to do this, right? So if it like it's like a replacement to Xbox, uh, to me, and
I would agree with that, but also you got to remember that very often PlayStation has time releases. So like they'll
mm-hmm,
have God of War and it's exclusive for a while, and then they'll release it to Steam.
mm-hmm,
And if you have a console like Steam that has crazy sales, everyone has a crazy backlog. Like it's not too much to wait like an extra year or two to wait for it to come to the Steam machine. Buy it for relatively cheap when it goes on a crazy sale and then save money. That's one of the name of the game. That's one of the best draws for so many different things regarding Steam. Like we talk about it all the time where like people aren't going to movies because people aren't making enough money to not live paycheck to paycheck. So here
mm-hmm.
comes this console that has not the full power of a PC, but relatively good power and also offers good sales that can be enticing. And it's like I don't think they're going after the PC boys market. I think they're just going after the console users because they
What was the
absolutely
price
can
point?
contend, huh?
What was the price point? Did they
I
announce
don't know
that?
how much is gonna I don't know how much it's gonna cost at base, but I think that if given Steam sales, it will make its money back for the consumer. Because it's like if you're dropping, I don't know, 600, 700, yeah, it's a lot at first. But when they have Steam sales and you can pick up a game for $5 instead of 50, it does balance out over time.
I think they're gonna need something to truly draw people to it. Also, like
Half-Life 3.
I don't.
I never played Half-Life, but everyone else seems to want the third one. So if they drop that, maybe it'll be a draw.
But will it ever be an exclusive on? Like, will they have Steam exclusive outside of like the indie developer games, which are always usually good? I know. Matter of fact, shout out to O'Shaughnessy, his Fembot Simulator 3. I know that's his favorite game. So, um, oh, also sorry, I looked away for a second because I was trying to see like when Ghost of Tsushima became available. Shut up, Lucid. Became available on Steam. It was like 4 years after the game came out. So if that's like the general amount of time it will take for you to be able to play like those PlayStation and exclusives on Steam, because you'll never get a Nintendo exclusive on Steam. They will sue
Yeah.
you if you develop anything.
Into third world poverty.
Yeah, so I guess it'll be Microsoft. Uh, what's Microsoft own? Bungie and what other company did they acquire?
It was Bungie. They acquired Activision.
Yeah, so all those titles will probably be released on Steam.
Hmm.
So maybe that's the draw. You want to play what's I don't even know what Activision has anymore.
Call of Duty, which is
There you
again
go.
bombing.
Yeah,
Oh
you
yeah,
play.
I think PlayStation does own Bungie. Actually, no. Wait, was it Bungie?
There's a who used to make Halo.
Bungie.
Yeah,
Actually, no. What
but
was the team? The team that made Destiny.
that's Bungie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so Bungie
Okay.
is Sony.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Lucid. You know, Lucid. Thank you. It's 343. That's what I was thinking for or
Gotcha.
looking for. Yeah,
Okay.
343.
Thank you for
Sorry.
the clarification.
Thank you. Destiny faithful, Destiny faithful Lucid.
You got to have money to play Destiny. They got an
Yeah.
expansion that drop every 7 months.
Another $45. All right, man. I'm good. Nah. But yeah, so if 343 and all the other things Microsoft on Activision, they released those games on the Steam machine.
Yeah.
I could see people specifically for that Xbox content that they're losing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But no, I see this. So if they release a console, the natural progression from there would be to start releasing their own exclusives. Like I can't imagine they're just going to drop this and then just try to feast off of everybody else's catalog.
No, sorry, I wasn't. I'm saying to get to get people that aren't already on Steam to go out and buy Steam machine. You
Yeah,
want that Xbox user base, right? You want them. There's no new Xbox, right? So they need a Steam machine to
hmm
to play those new games that
yeah,
probably won't appear anywhere on PlayStation or Nintendo. And then you still have those like um, indie developer games that are Steam exclusives. They'll never be anywhere else. You can play them on your couch with your keyboard and mouse for some reason because that's comfortable. You put your keyboard and mouse on your TV tray, sit on sit on the couch.
that sounds so lonely for
I
some
know, like
reason.
it doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, but
Get a
I'm
controller.
glad another competitor is stepping into the space. Like the more the better. Just keep fire under Sony and Nintendo's asses. This way, they're not just gouging the consumer the way they have been for the past several years.
The way Nintendo has been, Sony ain't done that wrong.
Bro, I'm fighting every day not to buy my son a Nintendo Switch too. I
Good,
always ask him the
probably.
same question, like, "What you gonna play on it?" He's like, "Oh, I play Zelda." I'm like, "You can play it on the Switch One. Keep playing the damn Switch One." Um, Brainiac will be the villain in Man of Tomorrow, which is in theaters July 9th, 2027.
Nice job, you called it. Do you have that?
Proud of
Oh,
my
sorry.
proud of myself.
Yeah, thank you, Lucid. All the stuff that Microsoft owns.
Damn,
Uh,
like
yeah,
Disney.
exactly. ZeniMax, Arcane Studios, uh, Treyarch. Oh, Bethesda. That's what I was trying to remember, and I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Bethesda, Infinity Ward,
That should have
Activision.
been an easy one for us.
No, I know, but in my mind I was like, but I know it's Bethesda, but I didn't want to say it and be wrong, so I just didn't say
I
Bethesda.
got you. Yeah. But
Thank
since
you.
we
That's a
dedicated
lot.
a year of coverage to Superman, we're just gonna move on. Just so
Oh
y'all
yeah,
know.
yeah, we were right
Brainy
about Brainiac. It makes the most sense.
Yeah.
and that's what 2027 when we get that film. So
Yeah,
looking forward
July
to it.
9th.
Yeah.
A Vine reboot called Divine has been launched. It's funded by Jack Dorsey. It includes over 100,000 videos from Vine's archives. Users can upload 6-second videos. AI generated content is not allowed. That's my biggest draw. That last one.
Yeah, and with the way people was acting or feeling about TikTok,
Hmm.
it's time. Well, honestly, when TikTok came out, I was like, "This is just fine."
Yeah,
I
just with
see
a
no
longer
difference here.
runtime.
Yeah. So first of all, oh sorry, Jack Dorsey is the former CEO of Twitter, by the way. So bringing back Vine as Divine is kind of fire to me.
Hmm. Yeah, I like it.
Such a great name.
Yeah,
I think yeah, no AI. That's encouraging. I like that.
absolutely.
But
I
will
feel like
people use it
a lot of content creation apps are going to start doing that, saying no AI is allowed here. It's only homegrown human.
for like creators though? Will they do it? I feel like people have turned to AI for most things now,
Hmm.
especially when they want to make content.
Yeah, but eventually AI is going to keep pumping out the same generic slop. It
Mm.
needs human creativity to get content to steal from. So if you have, yes, there will definitely be other apps that will like siphon human creativity from the apps where that thrives and there are no AI. But I think the draw of this is purely human, this is purely creativity, that's going to be a lot more alluring than people give it credit for.
Also, I would hope that they do news like divine news.
In 6 second drops,
Yeah, all I need is a headline, or if
I
it's
mean, that's the problem with people. They only read headlines. Like,
that's fine. But if it's like a 6 second headlines and like pictures, I
mhm.
don't know how you do it, but at least there's no AI allowed, so you can trust what you are seeing is real.
They're gonna need seizure warnings attached to that. Like,
Probably,
that's
yeah.
a lot of information to shotgun blast people with. But I don't think it'll stay 6 seconds though. Like,
Yeah,
I
I hope
think,
I hope that increases, especially for Lucid because he's trying to see something else on Divine. He trying to see Rosie.
oh,
Rosie
yeah.
Divine.
But yep, we gotta wipe this episode from the archives. But I think that they're going to actively try to compete with TikTok as their user base grows. And in order to do that, they're going to have to break away from the 6 second format.
Yeah,
Stick to the whole no AI thing. Keep that. That is very important to, users and people who actively want to create and not just have their shit stolen.
yeah,
But in terms of like the runtime, it's got to be longer than 6 seconds.
yeah.
Like,
TikTok, they gotta compete with TikTok and those YouTube shorts.
also, they
Uh,
gotta pay their creators. That's what led to the downfall of Vine last time. You had all these big names like King Batch and all those dudes and girls, and they just want to get money for it. So they went where the money was, and as a result, Vine collapsed. So
I think they got they understand it now.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Hopefully they learn from their mistakes. I just hope they don't try to, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, so when they made Blue Sky as an alternative to Twitter, it was
Blue
too
Sky's
sweet and
boring.
hunky
Ain't
dory.
nobody on that except Lucid. Lucid on there, and that's it. Nobody on that Blue
like
Sky.
like you need black Twitter energy to really make an app like that thrive.
Yeah.
Like, but is you go there for a few news updates, a few kind words from liberals, and that's about it. Like,
It's
Twitter is
cute.
grungy.
It's
Yeah,
cute
it's cute.
Sky.
It's like a nice walk through the suburbs. But it's
Yeah.
like when you want to go to fun, you go to the big, you go to the city, and that's very much what Twitter is. So it's like Jack Dorsey also made Blue Sky, if I recall correctly. He can't bring that same skipping through the meadow energy to Divine. Like,
But I think
it,
that
it
that's probably the intent of Blue Sky because it was meant to combat what Elon was doing on Twitter with just
yeah,
the
I'm definitely keep Nazis away, but like,
yeah.
like bring some attitude, some enticement to this new app.
Yeah. Well, does Threads perform well? Isn't Threads like the Instagram, Twitter?
I think the numbers on that are fudged a bit because
Okay.
it's directly connected to Instagram. So very
Also,
often people
if you
have an
have
Instagram.
so if you have one, you have a thread.
Not necessarily have one, but
Uh,
it's like is a very easy bridge to cross. Where it's
okay.
like they give you the option to make one if you want one, but generally people just make one just because, for instance, like let's say I have a threads and you don't. You will post something, and then I'm like, oh, what did my homie post? So I'll end up making a threads in order to just see whatever you threw up there. So I can't say it's like thriving. Like Lucid said, it's a subset of IG.
Okay. Okay.
We're ready. Moving on to trailers. We got a new trailer for Fallout Season 2, premiering December 17th on Prime Video.
Cannot wait. Sorry if you haven't watched the Fallout series, amazing. Definitely go watch it.
Yeah, I think it's the best gaming adaptation outside of like Arcane and a few others.
And
You about to say something that's gonna piss me off?
The Last of Us season 2.
Get out and we moving on. It's not a bad adaptation. I just don't like The Last of Us 2. Mostly because it made me restart in the middle of the fucking game. Got a first tease. Why did you add this? Okay, you know what? I respect you for wanting to branch out and try new things. We got a first teaser for The Devil Wears Prada 2
First
in
of all,
theaters
go
May
ahead, go ahead.
1st, 2026.
First of all, The Devil Wears Prada 1 is amazing. I don't know why you're hating on this.
I'm not hating. I just didn't expect you to like this.
I love The Devil Wears Prada. Who doesn't like The Devil Wears Prada?
I love it. I just didn't expect you to. I'm not
Why?
gonna lie. I
Why?
prejudged you.
Why would you judge me like this? They got Meryl Streep, and at her big age of 6'7", 6'7".
We moving on. You sound like my son.
I told you I will randomly weave it in there. I don't even know if she's 67.
I think she's in her 70s. She damn sure don't look it though. Good for her.
She is not no 67. Oh wait, but she's 7'6".
Okay, you know what? You just killed that
Reverse
meme for so many young
6'7".
people.
It's the reverse.
You know how when your parents use one of your slang terms, you just never wanted to say it again? You just ruined so many Gen Zers and what was it, Gen Alpha?
I was watching something and it was like a basketball game. I don't know. Maybe Lucid sent it to me. No, he did. I think he did send it to me, and it was like some kids were at like a women's college basketball game. Extra excited, waiting for this girl to hit a free throw so the score could hit 67. And then the commentators didn't realize like why they were so excited until they looked at the score and they was like, oh, all right, well, never mind. It's like little middle school kids like extra excited. It's very stupid.
I mean, I like when kids have fun in that way. Like we did the same things when we were kids.
No,
We
yeah,
had our
that
stupid slang terms.
yes. Sorry, go ahead though.
But what's the name? Yeah, Devil Wears Prada comes out, and I just had the date, May 1st, 2026. I'm gonna go see it. I just hope it's like actually good because anytime there's like these sequels that, oh yeah, I got in-house detention for the X-Pac.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was saying like anytime we have these sequels that come like decade or two after the original, I'm always worried.
Nah, look at Beetlejuice. Fantastic. Look at
I wasn't really on board with Beetlejuice.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I wasn't. I mean, it wasn't bad. It's just
it.
like, yeah, I wasn't really thrilled by it. I like the what's the name, Beverly Hills Cop. That was a good one.
Axel Foley.
Yeah,
that was very good.
yeah. Then you have like Blade Runner 2044, I think it was.
Yeah, it was called. That was really good.
That was incredible.
Yeah.
But like anytime these sequels come along, I'm like nervously optimistic.
Like Gladiator 2. I was like, oh, that's not it.
Shit, I forgot about that. That shit was trash.
It slurs with that dumbass helmet. So I really went to see the movie because he wanted that popcorn joint.
Just a waste of plastic. We got our first trailer for the Super Mario Galaxy movie. It's in theaters April 3rd, 2026.
It's $1 billion right there.
Easily.
At least.
And it looks good. I ain't gonna lie, I love the first one.
All right, man.
But I went to see it with you know what it was for me? It wasn't just that I enjoyed it. I went to see it with my mom. And my mom is the one who put me on the video games. And one of the first games she put me on was Super Mario World and Donkey Kong. And that just all came together for me, man. It was just a wonderful experience.
All right, that's cute.
I was about to say, yeah, say something bad now.
It's cute, I guess.
Let's see what else we
It's
got.
not the John Leguizamo Super Mario movie.
That's another guilty pleasure of mine, man.
I
I
love that movie.
love that movie.
That movie's amazing. It's the
From
best
Dancing
one.
with the Goombas in the elevator.
Yep, they should have made $1 billion.
That I don't know about that, but I watched. That was one of the movies I had on VHS. When I'm telling you, I damn near burnt that thing out. Like, I watched it repeatedly. What was it? Was it Dennis Hopper as Bowser?
I don't even know who Dennis Hopper is.
Was it Dennis Hopper?
I
I don't know.
I
And he was
John.
dancing with the yeah, and there was a dancing with the big girl, trying to get the rock the necklace she was wearing.
Oh yeah, I remember.
We got a first teaser for the live action Moana remake in theaters July 10th, 2026.
That's again, that's $1 billion. Sorry, it was Dennis Hopper as a Bowser, by the way.
I had to get it right. I watched it like 1,800 times. Damn, now I realize what my mom went through. Because like when my kid was young, he used to watch Zootopia every day. And I'm like, please stop.
Oh, did we talk
But at
about
least Zootopia is a good movie.
Zootopia 2 trailer?
I was going to mention that.
Oh. I was sorry, Moana, the live action joint, they're gonna make $1 billion.
Easily.
It's unnecessary. Like we literally just saw Moana 2. I'm gonna have to be in there with my goddaughter just sitting there, man.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The
Saw
sequel
this.
did just come out like last year.
Yes. Like this one, I was talking about, and they made like $1 billion last year. It's just gonna make another $1 billion. Just so lazy. Just putting out the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
And kids gonna want to see it. Parents, tell your kids no, man. Make them read books. We used to have to read, man. I used to read them Animorph books. I couldn't afford the movies. Go get
I
a
mean,
book. Go to the
okay.
library. You want a new
Subjectively,
story.
in my opinion, I do not like these reboots. They get on my nerves. I feel like it's a waste of budget, creativity.
It's not. It's a waste of creativity. It's not a waste of a budget.
I mean, it's not a waste of a budget. That's fair. This is gonna make a shit ton of money. But like,
Exactly.
there have been reboots that have been waste of budgets because they didn't do as well at the box office. They
Sorry,
definitely over.
Well, sorry.
Like,
This is live action. A live action remake, not reboot.
Mhm.
Sorry. This
Yeah, that's fair.
specify.
Yeah, remake.
Sorry. Yeah.
But yeah, like there are some that definitely did very well, like The Lion King, obviously, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin. And there were some that did terribly, like Cinderella, and I think Snow White also did really bad.
Well, there's a Cinderella live action.
Yeah, one that came out in like 2015. That's why it did bad. No one knew about it.
I didn't know that was out.
Yeah, and there was Mulan, which they tried to make more Chinese, and the Chinese were like, "Nah, we ain't fucking with this."
I thought that was straight to Disney Plus though, because I thought that was during COVID.
That's right. Yeah, but the Chinese still didn't fuck with it. Because like so they took out everything American that was like all the music and all the goofy jokes and like Mushu and stuff like that, because they wanted to make it more authentic to Chinese history and legend. And even still, they were like, "No, we just don't give a fuck about this."
Sorry, hold on. What? You? Who are these people? Kate Blanchett.
For what? Cinderella?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haley Atwell. What?
Yeah, it came out. I remember it came out in like 2015, and nobody cared about it.
The Skarsgård. Well, no, hold on now. It made 543 million.
Is that was that considered a success by 2015 standards?
On a $95 million budget.
Oh, okay, that's a success. Yeah.
Yeah, that's successful.
Yeah.
We may not have known it was out, but they made some money.
That's definitely a success.
Yeah, that's crazy. But then that Mulan. Oh no! All right. sorry, sorry, this is terrible.
Didn't nobody want to see that shit.
No, but this is also Mulan was 2020, so it was COVID, right? But this is what I feel like maybe y'all need to reconsider like the times, or maybe understand like who you're selling to, and like the public, how the public feels about things. Because if it's 2020, you know, oh no, they must have started working on it before COVID happened, and then COVID
Yeah.
happens. Because the budget's 200 million, but they made 69. Wait, hold on. Sorry, they made six
67 again.
seven,
Yeah,
six
yeah.
seven. Nah,
There it is.
they made 69 million on the movie.
Yeah.
So that's sorry, they didn't make 69. That was the box office. That's
Gotcha.
absolutely terrible. That's absolutely terrible. It doesn't make any sense. Sorry,
No.
but go ahead. Go Zootopia 2.
Oh yeah, Zootopia 2
That's
comes
another
out
billion.
in yeah, that's coming out in a few days. Yeah, it comes out November 26th.
Oh yeah, let me. Matter of fact, I need to text my goddaughter's parents.
Yeah,
See
let me
what
know
they
when
trying
y'all
to
go. I'll
do.
probably go with y'all.
Yeah, that's we about to contribute to that billion. Zootopia 1 is fire.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Zootopia 2, hell yeah, it's about to be one of them ones. You gonna be in there 7 times. Your son gonna want to go every weekend until it's out
Listen,
of
nah,
theaters.
he got one time in the theaters and we waiting for Disney Plus.
He
Actually, no, I
about to
canceled my Disney Plus.
exactly. So he gonna be doing all the soccer tricks. Hey, Dad, look.
do, they, do they still sell Blu-rays?
Actually, yeah, you can still
All
get
right,
them.
I'll get it on Blu-ray then. I ain't about to reignite my Disney Plus for that nightmare.
I need to go get a Blu-ray,
The Blu-ray player or a Blu-ray disc?
a Blu-ray disc. The second season of Jujutsu Kaisen.
Ah, gotcha.
Some of the art, if you watch it on Crunchyroll, two of the
Hmm.
episodes aren't. They don't look great because the Mappa staff hadn't finished, but they did
Gotcha.
finish for the Blu-ray, and they added like an extra fight scene between. I actually I won't spoil it if people haven't watched Jujutsu Kaisen yet, but there's additional fight scenes in there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I gotta go get it.
And moving on to our main topic, George R. R. Martin hates Spider-Man one more day. He says, and I quote, I'm following a character or a superhero or something for years, and then they come and say, oh no, none of that stuff happened. We're just going to start the whole thing all over again. That always annoys the hell out of me. For those who don't know, Spider-Man One New Day is a story in which Peter tries to wipe the world of his memory, knowing that he is Peter Parker. I think it occurred after Civil War, where he revealed himself as Peter Parker to the general public because he was siding with Tony Stark during the Superhuman Registration Act. And to undo all the mess that comes with all of your mortal enemies, including Green Goblin, who is a fucking psychopath, knowing your secret identity and where Aunt May lives now, he went to make a deal with Mephisto, who is the Marvel's equivalent of the devil, but not the devil because there's like the one above all and below all, but I don't have time for that. And says, hey, I would like to make a wish to undo all of that. And as a result, everything falls apart for Spider Man. It's this story is very much replicated with Spider-Man: No Way Home, but instead of Mephisto in No Way Home, it's Doctor Strange. Which leads to our main topic of discussion: are reboots a good thing for comic books? Samson, your opinion.
Sorry, I was gonna try to sneak in a joke, but I couldn't. I couldn't think of nothing.
If you'd have said 6 7, now to just end the broadcast. We're going home.
I was trying. I was gonna try to sneak something in because I was watching X-Men '97, but when you flip the nine.
Okay, your opinion, please.
All right, now, so all right for me, I actually appreciate comic reboots, right? Because the way that I got into comics is our X Men comics. If you don't know me, I love X Men. I love the X Men comics. Um, and I just started like, I think like in college, just me and the homies would go comic book store and start buying things, and I buy trades. But the trades was buying are actually reboots, right? Because I'll buy like Rise and Fall, the Shi'ar. At one point, I got into Civil War. I got into like the Thanos Imperative, right? All these things that are comic stories that have happened before, and they've just been redrawn and put out for a new audience, right? So I appreciate that because like that, the old comic style didn't appeal to me, right? It doesn't draw me in. But now I feel like what um sorry, DC and Marvel, I was about to say Disney, but I feel like what DC and Marvel are likely doing with any of their comic reboots is they realize, all right, well, we have this film coming out. So it's based on this comic. Let's reboot this comic for this new audience. It has the same recognition. It has name recognition because that's that Spider-Man Brand New Day comic. The movie has the same name. So the next Spider-Man movie is called Brand New Day. Right. So boom, there's your name recognition. That means so you sell movie tickets and then you sell comics because people want to like read the book that this is based off of. So I think it's a great idea. Also, I think it gets people reading. Like I don't actually have a problem with this as long as it's not like something that happened 5 years ago. Like don't go and like um I'm trying to think of a comic run that's like 5 years old. Or maybe 10 years old. Like there was a Thor run where like or the Gore the God Butcher run
Yeah.
for the Thor stuff.
God bomb.
Yeah, don't do that again. It literally just happened like 10 years ago. There's no need to do that. So stuff like that, that's when I like draw the line. But I think these things are although this Spider-Man joint is like how old is it? I think it's what 17 years old,
Mhm.
right? That's more than a decade. I wish it was at least 2 decades,
Yeah.
but I do appreciate getting people more into comics. I love the medium of comics, so I appreciate that. So I'm cool with the reboots.
So I'm somewhere in the middle because I've had really amazing experiences with reboots and some
Mhm.
not so amazing ones. One amazing experience I had was I know a lot of people don't like DC's New 52 because very much to what George R. R. Martin said, where it pretty much took the continuity that so many people enjoyed and then just scrambled it and either got rid of it or just remixed it for the next reboot run. I think New 52 had a lot of great stories. New 52 gave us The Court of Owls, which is one of Batman's now some of his best rogues that
Mhm.
exist. It gave us a really good Green Lantern run, in my opinion. It also took a
Oh,
lot of
the
risks.
best Green Lantern run. That's the one of the few DC comics that I like actually.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
I like the Green Lantern run that existed before it with Jeff Johns, but yeah, the one that came after, which also was by Jeff Johns, that was great as well.
Mhm.
But um, one thing that New 52 did as well that I really enjoyed was it took risks. Like you would never hear about Sinestro getting his own book, or Larfleeze, or Animal Man, or I Vampire. These are all characters that are not really known to the general public, or to the mainstream audience. But New 52 was all about one, trying to get new readers on board, and also trying to give a spotlight to characters that we don't really see that pretty much aren't Batman. Um, However, on the other side of that, there were a lot of people who were really upset with the prior continuity just being done away for New 52, where it's like it was all very abrupt. It was like one moment you were in this great story with a character like Tim Drake, and then the next thing you knew, at the end of that comic run, you would see something called Flashpoint. Everyone was like, "Oh, Flashpoint's the new event. This is got to be cool." And then during Flashpoint, which is an amazing story, by the way, Barry just rewrites the entire universe, and the next thing you know, Superman is like 20 years younger than he was before, and then like instead of Bruce being like the patriarch of the Bat family, now he's kind of like the big brother, and Alfred is the patriarch, and some people's continuity stayed intact, like Batman's, but then I'm actually no Batman's and Green Lanterns, but then Superman's was vastly different. Wonder Woman got a different origin. The Flash had a different origin, even though the Flash's book was amazing, and while I do agree that it was awesome to give new creators, new writers an opportunity to tell new stories with classic characters, I think it only in the long run made things more confusing. Because what happened was the New 52 ran for, I think, about 52 issues. And then DC Rebirth came and fixed everything that people felt was wrong with New 52. and that created even more continuity issue. And then if you're trying to get new readers, the worst thing you can do is make things difficult to enter. So one thing I love about manga is that when you want to like read One Piece or Jujutsu Kaisen or Full Metal Alchemist, you just pick up manga issue number one and just read
Mm-hmm.
straight through, and you get the full story. With comics, I mean, you definitely have a
You
few spin-offs here and there, but for
no
the
no.
compared to comics,
Sorry. You no, go ahead. I'll let you finish your point because.
it is. Like,
Go ahead.
but it's like with comics, it's like, for instance, I remember when Into the Spider Verse came out, and my sister really loved that movie, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I want to read Spider Man with Miles Morales." So I'm like, "Okay, read Ultimate Spider Man number one." Then I'm like, "Wait, no, that starts with Peter Parker, and then the whole thing has to unfold in order for Miles to become Spider Man, and then you can read from there." But then
Mm-hmm.
wait, you want to read it with like Miles and Peter teaming up, just like they did in the movie. That doesn't happen until Spider-Man, a different version of it, in which Miles is then transported to the main Marvel continuity away from the Ultimate Universe. But then wait, in order for you to understand why that happens, you got to read Secret Wars to get some general understanding as to why a hamburger was so consequential in Miles surviving the end of everything. And it's just like it's a lot. It's hard for new readers to jump on board between all of the reboots and relaunches as opposed to manga where it's just like issue one, read straight for the most part. But I'm pretty sure you're about to correct that.
Nah, because I was talking to Lucid about this the other day. So it's I feel like so you're correct. Like with manga, you just pick it up and read straight. But
Hmm.
think of a manga as like trades, right? You get the book. It's like a bunch of issues inside that book. But manga
Yeah,
comes out in like Weekly Shonen Jump or like weekly magazines. Those things get changed all the time. Like Lucid was talking about One Punch Man and how like uh, the story, like there's like an arc in One Punch Man that's changed 3 times, right? Because in the weekly, I they like made different like editorial decisions or like story decisions, so it's actually changed 3 times. So both of us have read 3 different versions of the same thing, but then later it's in the book. Whatever's in the book is like law. So by the time you get to the book, you're golden. So
gotcha.
to me, that's why I feel like we have different like experiences with reboots because I never read just one-off comics. I always read trades. So by the time I get to my whatever reboot I'm reading, it's in trade form. Everything is as it should be. I don't have all these continuity things. I don't have to figure out stuff. The trade will tell me like, oh yeah, go read such and such issue, whatever, to see what happened here. Nah, I'm good. I'm in that main story, right? And then those you can also have other trades that are connected to this main trade. So for me, reboots are great. And then on the business side, with like more comic book movies coming out, and you know how much I love for comic book movies to be based on the book that it's named after, unlike
Uh
Secret Invasion, which I hate them for doing that because I love Secret
huh.
Invasion, right? Which is Secret Invasion is also a reboot, right? If I'm
mm, they've done the story a few times, yeah.
yeah, right. So it like that's such a great story. It's a great like to me reboots are just a way to get new art out and just bring a new audience in. And as long as you're reading trades, you get a good solid like solid story that already has a foundation in the comics like you're good. But also sorry, you read more DC comics than I do. I'm like mostly Marvel.
Yeah.
So I don't have Marvel doesn't like switch it up a bunch of times in the way that DC does. So I also don't have that experience of like the experience you had with the New 52
Yeah.
or
Because like,
the all the flashpoints, like, or like different versions of Superman being able to do like one Superman was pulling suns just cause I don't know why he was doing it. He was towing suns. It just doesn't make sense to me.
he was flying around the earth and making time go backwards, and it's just like
Yeah,
that. There's no physics behind.
yeah, it
Okay,
doesn't make any
whatever.
sense. Marvel doesn't do stuff like that. So everything that's rebooted for me is like just straight to the point, just to bring people in. I feel like for Marvel's like, yeah, it wasn't broke, so we're not gonna make any changes. But I will
Yeah.
say
What?
I do like. Sorry, I'll finish. My bad, because I'm rapping.
Gotcha.
I do like I do like the creativity of like new stories.
Hmm.
So let's say like with X Men, right? When they did the event with Hope Summers, right? And
Hmm.
like Cable took Hope to the future, raised her, brought her back, and now she's in the X Men. All this stuff. She's the mutant Messiah. Well, Messiah Complex, I think it's what it's called.
Hmm.
A brand new original story. They had never done it before. I love that story. It's a very great idea. Very good characters in there. There's new mutants in there. I love all of that. So I do like new ideas at times, but in the case of like Brand New Day for Spider-Man, all right, well, you got a movie coming out, Brand New Day. Let's make some additional money. Uh, get people into this comic run, get people reading the books, and then give people a better understanding of the character and what we're trying to do here. I do
Yeah.
like that stuff.
Yeah. So one of the biggest gripes people had with New 52 was that they felt like, some of their best, the continuity that they came up loving and were appreciating at the time just got yanked away from them. And I'll make this my last point. I never really had that issue because it's like by the time Flashpoint came along when I was reading things, like I wasn't really hooked on any particular story. I felt like a lot of the DCU had gotten stale by that point. So when New 52 happened, it was kind of refreshing. And the stories that I was reading, like for instance, Jeff Johns' Green Lantern Rebirth, it had come to a not just satisfying resolution, but that was one of the stories that extended into New 52. So things didn't really get rebooted and rewritten the same way, let's say, like The Flash did, because he rewrote reality because he fucked up trying to save his mom from the most petty villain of all time. Um, but I have had that with Marvel, ironically, with not a reboot, but a relaunch. So very often you'll see a renumbering of issues. So it's like you'll have an arc for like Daredevil. And once that arc
Mm-hmm.
concludes, instead of simply just letting the numbers continue, like if the book concludes at issue 35, instead of just making 36 and have that be a new artist and a new writer, very often they will renumber and then have the new arc be a new number one, which is even more confusing.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this mentality of when a writer does a bunch of things with a character, by the end of that arc, they have to put the toys back in the box, meaning they have to make a clean slate of the character's most original state, just so when the next creative team comes along, they don't have to like step over and have any hurdles towards their own creativity and do their own thing, which I do understand because, like, let's say if you write an arc where Batman uh had like Alfred dies during a Batman arc, generally you want it so that if the next creative team comes along, they'll have an Alfred that they can write with because I'm pretty sure they want to do their own stories with Alfred. But then that results in like the original Batman arc having this weird Deus Ex Machina moment where like someone pushes Alfred into a Lazarus pit and he revives. And all of the stakes and all of the consequences that you were really enjoying from that original arc are just wiped away, made fresh for the next team to come along. And my experience with that was particularly the X-Men arc for Krakoa. Krakoa is my favorite iteration of the X-Men. I
Mm-hmm.
recognize that like the X-Mansion is like the de facto X-Men, the classic, and I do love that version as well. But Krakoa for me was like the most interested and invigorated I've been by X-Men stories. And it was written by Jonathan Hickman, who is my favorite comic book writer, and there was so many different things he was trying to do and so many amazing stories he was telling within it. And then by the end, they were like, "Oh yeah, we're just going to put all the toys back in the box." And now when the next creative team comes along, they're going to be back either on the run and hated by the world and inferior as opposed to like this amazing nation state they made of mutants. And everything you just spent your time reading is now not really gone from continuity, but they're back to basics, back to the mansion, back to Magneto versus Charles. And I'm just like, we got that already. Like
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that story told 1,000 times. I like Krakoa because it was new and fresh, and now it's just gone. And now they have this new X-Men run that I have not kept up with at all. Might be good, might be great, might be bad. I just don't care to read it because my favorite version of the X-Men are pretty much just non-existent.
You don't like I was about to say something problematic.
With
I won't say it.
the weird orgies they were having.
Nah, talking about when they brought back the original X Men from like they got time displaced. So
Oh yeah, that wasn't the Krakoa though.
No, that wasn't Krakoa. I'm just saying.
That was one with the Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, yeah, I thought you were talking about the new X Men run. Part of that
Yeah,
is I gotta finish
I
reading
don't
it.
care.
Sorry. Thank you, Smooth Carlito. Messiah Complex is before Messiah War, so it goes House
Yeah,
of M, then Messiah Complex, then Messiah War. War is when like Cable finds like it's trying to protect Baby Hope, and then Second Coming is after that when Cable and a grown Hope come back from the future to the past. So yeah, my bad. Um, I forgot what I was about to say about
I
this.
don't know. I probably got to dip out soon, so finish your
Oh
thought.
yeah. No. So I think all in all, I think if done right, reboots are good as long as we get original, creative stories as well after it.
Hmm. Yeah,
Um, like I said, I think we both are kind of at that point. As long as we get creative stories at some point, like we don't want the
yeah,
same thing over and over again. Like don't just keep bringing back Bruce Wayne, McDamian, Batman at some point. Let him get older. You know,
yeah. Let stories
let
develop. Stop
the stories
reverting.
develop. Yeah,
Yeah, stop making Spider-Man be broke and sad and single, and watching MJ walk off
yeah.
with some dude named Paul.
I don't think you got to flashpoint everything, or like just keep everyone alive, or like uh what's in the Marvel universe when all the worlds combine? So we got
Um.
Miles, the incursions. Is that what it is?
Oh yeah, the incursions.
You
Yeah,
don't got to do that all the time. Like I would hope we don't get another incursion
yeah.
soon.
That,
Like
that's
so,
one thing I do. That's another thing I like about manga. It's like death and progression matter. Like generally, when someone dies in a manga, they're gone forever. They don't just get like pushed into a Lazarus pit. I
oh
said
yes,
generally, not all the
yeah,
time.
it's not Lazarus Pit. Like if they're not dead, it's like a power. There's something going on, but otherwise
Or like an
they
upgrade or a
die.
reincarnation, or like, oh, they died off screen, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, they if they die, they die. Uh, yeah, but
All right,
also,
what you?
sorry, my bad. I was gonna say manga doesn't last as long. Besides One Piece,
Hmm.
it'll be like set time and it's over. And there's
Yeah,
no
a
like
comic.
there's a if it's another story, it's a brand new uh story to that. Comics, it's been the same characters for such a long time. So
It's like 1932 since Superman first debuted.
yeah, but
But
I'm watching Pluribus. It is it's pretty good. I watched the first episode, um, so I'm invested. Very interested to see how this goes. Um, Watching the Chair Company, I love the Chair Company. It is so funny to me. Um, what else? A couple random anime episodes. I'm waiting for next month. So next month, um, the Jujutsu Kaisen movie comes out. Jujutsu Kaisen Execution in America. Sorry, it's already come out in Japan. So for all you Americans, it'll be out. I think like December 3rd or something like that. So I will definitely be in theaters to watch that, and then playing Arc Raiders, of course. That's really it. I'm not playing nothing else other than Arc Raiders. So yeah, that's it.
no, I need to watch Pluribus, and I also heard Welcome to Derry, the It show, is pretty good.
Yeah, the homie, our gym brother, he said it was good.
Yeah, I'm gotta check that out. Even though I wasn't really interested in it, it's just I'm a lover of horror, so if I'm
Yeah.
told to that something's gonna be scary enough, I'll inevitably go check it out. Yeah, aside from that, I've just been playing Outer Worlds 2, still on Yote. No time sync with the homies to play Arc Raiders. There was a game that was supposed to be coming out soon that I was also interested in, but I have too much of a backlog. I haven't got to go back and play Borderlands 4 because I stopped playing that at some point.
Oh, you talking about the Night Rain DLC? Is this what you interested in?
No, it wasn't that. It was something
You're a
else.
hater. All
I haven't even
right.
played it. I'm just waiting for goddamn, the next FromSoft game is on Nintendo Switch too. They trying to get me.
I'm
Trying
not.
to get me.
I'm not getting that joint. That'll be the one from software game I don't ever play.
Yeah, I
I
know.
just refuse. And I If I say I'm not doing something, you know me, I'm sticking to it. It's
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah, I'm very much I'm at the mercy of my kid. If he
Mm.
says he wants it, I'm like, fuck. Because you don't ask for shit. It's hard. It's hard when if one thing, if you have a spoiled child who just gets too much, you can be like, nah, I'm fucking you up buying you all this shit. But
You,
now with this, it's just like, fuck.
you can get them 2 switches, like the kids got.
Like the YNs got.
Yeah. Get him 2 switches. He go to
Listen,
school.
I raised my baby in the suburbs to avoid that lifestyle.
You remember the My Boots Most Wanted? And then
Hmm.
the dude was like, he was like, yeah, it's on Dreamcast. He's like, I ain't got that. I got
Game
a
cat.
Gamecast. What's that? It's either GameCube or Dreamcast. He's like, I can't afford it. That's what you should do. That'd be your son at school. Get him a little Soldier Boy joint. The Soldier Boy system.
Hell no. I forgot about he did. Oh yeah, I forgot he did that shit.
Yeah, first rapper with a system.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep
But
that.
we'll see you all next week. It hasn't been very much news as of late, but we're gonna try to keep you entertained nonetheless. Till
Yeah.
then, stay happy and hydrated and avoid the serious news because ain't nothing but depressing shit in there.
Oh, I'm not depressed. I'll be laughing every day. But I
I
got
mean,
problems.
everyone handles their pain differently.
I got problems. All right, peace, yo.
Peace.